Welcome back to another video on my channel, everyone. We're going to be picking off where we left off yesterday. This is Inside the Haiti Earthquake Part 2. We're playing the part of the survivor. Now, before I do start getting into this video, I want to say thank you for 6 likes on my accent challenge video, which was uploaded a few days ago. I appreciate the fact that we managed to surpass what I asked for. That was 5 likes, and we got 6, so thank you very much for getting me 6 likes on that video. It means a lot. But we're going to be continuing inside the Haiti earthquake today. If you missed yesterday's video, this was part 1 of me playing the part of the survivor, talking about the Haiti earthquake in 2010. So let's continue off in the last cutscene. So in Haiti, in the midst of despair and horror, you will find some people who have hung on to hope and happiness. Sorry. The 2 choices we have: you have a glimpse of hope. You're still hungry and thirsty. Try scavenging for food in a destroyed building. Or the second option is that you hear singing in the distance. Go there. I think the more noble option to go and do is you hear singing in the distance. Go there. It seems more appropriate. Anyway. I noticed I was talking as well over the narrator, so I'm going to stop doing that in this part. It's quite, it's like fantastic to see, isn't it? All these people are still upbeat about life, despite this earthquake that happened.
Needs all taken care of. In the days ahead, you'll be given the opportunity to help others volunteering. You'll be inspired by people like Loken and Marcel who are rebuilding their country.
She's got a bit of a singing voice on her, hasn't she? You immediately needs to get taken care of. In the days ahead, you will be giving opportunities to help others volunteering. You will be inspired by Loken and Marcel, who are building their country. And that was it for the survivor ones. Really didn't have much to do. So I'm going to continue on. We're going to be now playing the part of the journalist. We're going to do all 3 parts. And we're going to start off by doing the role of the journalist. It'll probably be finished up next episode, and then we'll be able to finish it off by doing the aid worker's perspective on things. So I didn't expect it to be that short, but let's move on to the journalist.
24 hours after a massive earthquake reduced the Haitian capital of Port-au-Prince to rubble, you arrive in the neighboring Dominican Republic with a mission. Create a 2-minute feature story on the disaster for a major network. Your job is to dig deeper than the stand-up journalists and find the truth. Yes, minutes are a lifetime on network news. After 6 hours on a single-lane road, you arrive at the Haitian border. As you cross into Haiti, you get a glimpse of the horror that you are about to encounter.
As a freelance journalist, your mission is to create a 2-minute feature story on the earthquake for a major network. So the only option we have is to enter Port-au-Prince. So let's enter the city.
12 hours after landing, you arrive exhausted at the epicenter of the disaster. The city that...
Oh, that's a bit weird. Okay, here we are. Oh, that's not something we don't want to see. There's all the bodies out. I think it cut for some reason. I don't know why. I don't think we missed anything. So enter the security of the Canadian Embassy. Okay.
You make your way to the Canadian Embassy and join the other journalists and relief workers there.
Accept you are exhausted and in need of a rest. Quickly file the first story of a journalist. Accept the hardship and danger of heading out onto Port-au-Prince to file a story about what's happening right now. Well, let's quickly file our first story, I think, of the other journalists. See what happens.
You file a generic story entitled Haiti's Pain by cribbing notes from other journalists and get ready for bed.
Can we get ready for bed? Incoming text message, click to receive. Just received your piece, which looked remarkably similar to umpteen of a lazy story. Assemble stories from your craven These words are a bit difficult, aren't they? Breathing down there. Send some meaningful, or tomorrow night you'll be booking your passage home on a rowboat. Okay, maybe I picked the wrong option here. Let's move on.
You hire a local fixer with a vehicle to translate for you and guide you around the city.
Okay, let's begin our shoot then. Our proper shoot this evening.
Your 2-minute story will be edited from your day's footage and sent to the network in segments of breaking news clips. You'll provide your producer with a headline or caption for each of your segments. How will you describe this first clip to your producer?
You will send your editor a series of breaking news clips or broadcasts. How would you describe this first clip? Haitians are forced to risk their lives scavenging in the realm of foods and items to sell. Help us more before you slide in your narration. Port-au-Prince has become a dangerous, lawless land of looters. I'm guessing it's the first option you go with.
You're now shooting and editing your report for the network. Your producer expects you to create a story with a strong angle and point of view. Your challenge is to film events objectively, but also in a way that makes sense of the chaos.
Your challenge is to create an objective report, but also one with consistent point of view. Your fixer tells you there's a food distribution nearby, just outside Cité Solel. Grab your camera and go. Okay, that's the only option. Okay.
You begin filming the aid distribution. How would you narrate this footage?
You begin filming aid distribution. How would you narrate this footage? The humanitarian aid distribution is chaotic and it's endangered people who was meant to help. In the slums of Cité Soleil, starving Haitians riot at a humanitarian food distribution. I'm guessing it's going to be option 1 for this. So the humanity is chaotic, because it does seem quite chaotic and very unorganized, obviously.
You continue filming as the food distribution becomes increasingly chaotic. When the barrier collapses, you see a woman being trampled in front of you. What do you do?
Oh, woman's getting trampled in front of us. So drop your camera rush to help her. Keep shooting and willing to do your story. You're a journalist and your job is to record what's happening. However awful, not interfere. Fortunately, however awful this sounds, we can't really drop our camera to rush and help her. We have to keep shooting. Obviously, if I was the aid worker, aid worker's perspective, I would help, but obviously I can't.
You have incredible footage of a terrible event. Now you need to do an interview to explain what went wrong. It is not always possible to find an expert on the scene to say what you need him to say. This is what you get.
This is what we get, okay.
Est-ce que je peux vous filmer? Allez-y, faites filmer. On est ici seulement pour aider. Mais on essaie de le faire le plus calmement, le plus sécuritairement possible. Et c'est pas très facile. C'est la première journée que je fais la distribution.
Okay, we're going to leave it there from now. For now, anyway, we're going to continue recording this. I'm going to continue recording this tomorrow. We might be able to get to the end of the perspective of the not humanitarian, sorry, the aid worker and the journalist, sorry, we're doing right now. So we're going to end on the policeman tells the relief workers are doing their best. This is the first day of this job and it's not easy. So include this clip, cut this clip. Well, we're going to find out what happens in the next part. That'll be episode 3, if you want to call it that. So thank you very much for watching. Please drop a like on the video if you're interested on seeing the rest of the perspective of the journalist and the perspective of the aid worker that we are yet to do. So have a very nice rest of your Friday. Drop a like to continue this little series I'm doing of this quite telling story. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. And I'll leave a link to this little website so you can play on it yourself and see for yourself the insight of these people's lives during this earthquake. So I'm going to go now. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe and yeah, peace.